Well, hi, what's going on here?
The Carpinteria State Beach and Plaza Playhouse Theater is welcoming an audience for a ghost walk this evening.
Have we done this before?
This is our first annual.
And are the actors Carpinterians?
They are from the Plaza Playhouse Theater.
Okay. Well, we'll get going soon, right?
Yes, we're about ready to start.
So, who are you?
I'm Chris Vanderkar.
And what do you think about all this?
I'm already afraid. I'm easily frightened. When the train goes by me at the brewing company, my beer hops right out of the glass, and I'm concerned that I may cry like a baby.
Okay, well, we're here for you.
Okay.
And I know you're here for us.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
So, hi, and you are?
Richard Tatlock.
And how'd you know about this?
I work here. I'm a volunteer.
Oh, at the state park?
That's correct, yes.
What do you think this is going to be like?
Scary.
Scary?
Very scary.
Do you like to be scared?
Evidently, that's my sixth night in a row here.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. And what did you think about it when you've already seen it?
It's exciting each time. Each time, yeah. It's always something different.
Something different?
Yeah.
Okay.
They really did a good bang-up job on this one.
Okay. Did anybody get banged up at all?
Not that I'm aware of. We always take a count when we get back, and so far we've been lucky.
I hope our luck holds.
Yep.
Go like this with your flashlight. Welcome to Carpinteria State Beach and Plaza Playhouse Theater's first annual Ghost Walk. My name is Leanne and I'll be your guide tonight. One would expect to find spirits in a place where humans have lived and died for thousands of years. Together we will search out these spirits, either by calling out to them or by searching with our flashlights. And while you're searching, let me know if you see anything unusual. Follow me.
Do this. Right now, going to a Halloween party in Santa Barbara as a zombie.
Oh, no, just run. No.
Uh-oh.
He's dead. Oh my God, look, there's a skeleton.
It was 154 years ago. 4 men came to hang me and my 16-year-old son. Not far from here, Casitas Pass. From an old oak tree, from the old hanging tree. Long gone now. I relive this nightmare every night, and I can't take it anymore. Yes, I took the steer. We were hungry. I had a wife and 4 children to feed. And now we are separated forever. My name is Francisco Badillo. In 1854, we had no sheriff. Even the mayor had to resign because the people were out of control. The law had no power to protect its own citizens. People had to take matters into their own hands. Yes, I stole. I rustled cattle and sheep. But we did not deserve to be hanged for this. It took the U.S. Army 3 whole days to send Major James Carlton to investigate our hanging. He comes to Carpinteria. He questions my 2 sons, my 2 surviving sons. They told him it was George Nidever and his sons who hanged us. Just as he says this, George Nidever showed up. My 2 sons pointed and screamed, "It's him! That is him!" A contingent of people that heard my 2 sons chased after George, beating him nearly to death until some officers stopped it. George was arrested with some others and sent to jail. The people that were beating George also sent to jail. All of them were brought to trial, and all of them were let go. It seems with all the excitement that my death, not important. They questioned 30 people who either had an alibi or their testimony was contradictory. Please help my soul be laid to rest, please. Please help me find my wife and 4 children. The hanging tree is gone. Please let me be gone too.
I don't think we can help Francisco. Let's move on. And the hanging tree was purported to be in the middle school front yard.
Oh my goodness.
And a Chumash legend on how the Chumash came to come to Carpinteria. Chumash was the creator, and she originally had the Chumash on the Santa Cruz Island. The sky snake came and gave them fire, and that helped keep them warm and helped them cook their food, so the village grew, and the island could not support as many people any longer. So Chumash said she would build a rainbow bridge to Carpinteria and send the people here. There was just too much activity and too much noise. So the people went across the bridge, and as they looked down in the water, some of them got a little bit dizzy and fell into the water. And Chumash did not want them to drown, so she turned them into dolphins. And that is how the people came to Carpinteria. We can conjure up, possibly, a Chumash spirit by chanting. Hiya kawa, hiya kawa, hiya kawa, la la la. Hiya kawa, hiya kawa, hiya kawa, la la la. Hiya kawa, hiya kawa, hiya kawa, hiya kawa, la la la.
Kawa, hiya.
Forgive me.
I will not sleep until my husband returns. The men went to Santa Cruz, to the place of our birth. It is the time of year to bring back fish and shells and seals, and they travel in a tomo-built, huge redwood log, which our spirits brought us from the north. But I will not sleep until my husband returns. It's already been 5 days. And I stand here at the dune by the shore, waiting to see the men paddling back to the island of Miss Hopsno. So tired. I try to stay busy. I collect acorns. I collect reeds to make baskets. I keep teaching our children to gather from the land that Chumash provides. I'm so tired. I will not sleep until my husband returns. Chumash, Mother Creator of our land, please protect my husband. Please have the brother dolphins ride the current and protect our men from the cold ocean. I will not sleep until my husband returns.
Well, we can't help get her husband back, so I guess we'll just continue on.
Excuse me, sorry. Careful not to step on anybody. Sorry about that.
Toaster.
You think someone's going to jump out at you any moment?
Everybody off the sand. So the state park bought these 65 acres in 1932. Before that, it had been a dump, it had been a lagoon, and it had been a mining area where they took the asphalt from the land and paved the first streets of California. But 10 years before the state bought the land in 1922, watch your step here, it was owned by Thomas Fish, and he called it Thomas Fish's Beach Auto Camp. And like today, cars were lined up all the way up Linden Avenue to enter the park on a Labor Day weekend. And even back then, it was also known as the world's safest beach.
Really?
We'll head around this way.
What'd you say? Watch out for the gopher hole?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's here?
The package has arrived. The package has arrived. The package has arrived! It has arrived! Oh, I have been waiting for this. On this day, May 2nd, 1869, my life will change. And the unsuspecting Mr. Thomas Fish is in for a big surprise. That Thomas Fish has all the land. He's up to his knees in lima beans. Lima beans were Carpinteria's claim to fame when I was alive. There wasn't any avocados, wasn't any lemons, wasn't any flowers. It was all lima beans. Lima beans, lima beans, lima beans. And I wanted a lima bean farm. But Thomas Fish donated land to move the Methodist Church from Santa Barbara to Carpinteria. And he and his brother had it reassembled. As you heard, Thomas Fish also had an auto camp. Thomas Fish had stables with lots of horses. Thomas Fish had everything that I wanted. And now there was going to be a big change. There was going to be a big change. I was not going to buy my lima bean seeds from Mr. Thomas Fish. No way, I'm not buying my lima bean seeds from Mr. Thomas Fish. I'm looking somewhere else for my lima beans and my lima bean seeds. Someplace far away, very far away. I found out that you can get lima bean seeds from France. You can get lima bean seeds from Paris, France. I'm getting my lima bean seeds from Paris, France. I wrote a lot of letters to find that company. I spent a lot for shipping to have those lima bean seeds shipped from Paris, France to Carpinteria. And today that box has been delivered. Today that box has been delivered. And I feel like I'm holding box gold. It feels like I'm holding gold. I'm going to have a lima bean farm with seeds from Paris, France. How lovely. Isn't it lovely? So this is it. I'm going to unwrap this wonderfully wrapped package. The little seeds are packed very well to protect them from moisture during that long voyage from Paris, France to here, Carpinteria, to right here on this very spot. My first packing slip. My first packing slip. Am I proud or what? My first packing slip. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, what is this? What is this? I cannot believe this. Lima bean seeds from Thomas Fish Seed Company in Carpinteria, California. Oh, God. No! 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 Oh, no!
Let's escape while he's looking the other direction.
He went out of control there.
He's like, no. Thomas Fish for Carpinteria, California. Then he took it.
That was good shining light on their faces. Thank you.
Thomas Fish is coming to California. He chucks it. Did you get that on video?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, pretty awesome.
Watch your step here, and somebody left a few things out in the field.
Oh, wow. They're going to take it. No.
So there was an early newspaper article from Santa Barbara that said the settlers should shed a tear on the ground because of the plows that tore up the Chumash sacred lands.
Oops, sorry. I hear somebody laughing. Excuse me.
I cry over my ancestors' graves. I'm here to protect the spirit of where my mother was laid to rest. When the Yankees came, they took our tools and our utensils and they put them in their Victorian cabinets for everyone to see. Our menial possessions that we'd so lovingly placed on the graves of our loved ones. Items
items made by my mother's hand. The mata are bowls carved out of rock. Our baskets made out of reed. Our shell, bead, money. We lived a conservative life. We were hunters and gatherers, and fishermen and tradesmen. This was a happy and peaceful life.
What are you handing out?
The shell bead money.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chumash money. Yes.
Shells.
Do you like some?
Beautiful. Thank you.
You too, Mish. Okay. My village of Mishopshno is no longer visible. Our history lives through our stories, through books, and in museums. The only evidence of our existence are our arrows and our shells that are buried under the ground. But our spirits are still here because we lived here for thousands of years. And our spirits will always be here in Mishopshno, also called Carpinteria. When the Spanish came, they saw our men working out on the beach building our tomo canoes that went out to the Channel Islands and out for fishing. And they called these people the carpenters, or Carpinterians, Las Carpinterias. Another legend, though, which many of you may not know of, is when I was a young girl, and they stick them in the tree for the winter. And the Spanish word for woodpecker is carpinteros. But no matter what the name for this area, it is not my name. My name is Mishopshno. Mishopshno. Mishopshno.
Well, the village of Mishopshno is gone and we can't bring it back, so let's continue on.
Sorry.
Everybody get up here onto the bridge. There is quite a character that I would like for you to meet, but we do need to summon him. His name is Will Dover. We can call him by saying his name over and over. But because he's a railroad haunting spirit, we'll start it very slowly and then build up. So we'll be saying, William Dover, 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 William Dover.
The tracks are dangerous! The tracks are dangerous! For 126 years, I've been haunting the tracks between the fair cities of Carpinteria and Santa Barbara. In just the last 12 years alone, 38 trespassers have lost their lives and joined us, the haunted. Think how many more over the other 114 years. So tonight I say, stay off the tracks! It was the biggest party in California of the century. 5,000 people and me, Will Dover, gathering in 1887. I was finally living ashore as my sailor days were over. I was happy to have settled in Santa Barbara and to be there on the day of the grand party. Businesses closed. People came from miles around to witness the great event. It wasn't a festival. It wasn't a fiesta. It was the arrival of the first trains. There were to be 2 in one day. I guess I got to drinking early and stumbled south along the new railroad tracks. I got to an estuary and made it out on to the middle of the trestle and just got so sleepy. Too much to drink. So I sat down and passed out. My hand holding on to the track to steady myself. My body over the water on a projecting cross tie. So many people there to witness the great event. And the first train with 300 passengers and the Carpinteria brass band barreling along at 30 miles an hour. And me, asleep on the tracks. Additional Carpinterians rode ahead on wagons and carriages to witness the great event. At exactly 3:50 p.m., the first train hit me. I was nearly killed. I lost my hand. The railroad men thought this very unlucky. It's a bad omen to nearly kill someone on the train's first run. It was devastating to the party. But I was soon forgotten. The living don't pay heed to the warnings we try to communicate. So tonight I say, stay off the tracks! Or join us, the haunted!
Let's get going! Like a train would be a very easy thing to avoid. It's not like avoiding a mosquito bite or a spider or a snake or even a raccoon.
Hey! What are you doing here? Don't you know this is raccoon country? Get away! Go! Now! You don't know what you're in for. I am going to tell you my story. I was a photographer, and I loved raccoons. Well, I had my little tent pitched right here, and I would be in my tent, just open it up a little bit, so I could take those pictures of my beloved raccoons. Well, they came at night, and I started to put food outside here on the ground. And they ate it. They picked it up with their little paws and scratched at my stuff that I had outside. So I got brazen and brave. I set myself outside the tent and dropped my food all over the place. And pretty soon, they would come to me. And I would take their pictures, and they loved it. They posed. Yes, they posed. One night, I sat at my fire with all my food for the raccoons, and they were all here, my little friends. But all of a sudden, they scattered. Yeah, there, right there. Right there was the ugliest, the scrawniest, the most awful raccoon you'd ever seen. He was staring right at my eyes, and his head was going back and forth and back and forth, and he came closer and closer. I had this sandwich in my hand, and all of a sudden, he lunged! He ripped that sandwich out of my hands, and he backed off, staring at me, and I was scared. I was so scared. But he disappeared, and I crawled into my tent and slept very badly. The next day, all my little raccoon friends came back, and I noticed that I had a scratch on my shaky hand. But I didn't think anything of it. I kept feeding my little friends. My little friends. Oh. Anyways, I started to feel bad. And within the next few weeks, I found out that I was about to die because I had contracted rabies from the bad raccoon. So you better get out of here. I had chills up and down my spine in fear. But you better get out of here quick, because he might be coming back to get you.
Before she comes back and spreads her rabies around.
Awesome.
I think she's just acting.
Another ghost over there?
Did you see a ghost?
Color. What color is it?
So what did the flat pumpkin need? What did the flat pumpkin need?
Need?
Wait.
A pumpkin patch.
Where?
Walk. Feel free to come back and enjoy some additional hot chocolate. If you have any questions for me, I'm here to ask or answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the reaction been? People seem to enjoy it. Huh?
Everyone has really enjoyed it, and so have I, and it's just a great collaboration between the park and something in the community, so I'm real happy about bringing people together like that.
Who came up with the idea?
Well, I was going to originally just do a ghost story around the campfire this evening, and one of our rangers said that years ago he had been on a ghost walk, And I went, oh, that's a cool idea, and just started reading more about the history of Carpinteria, because we did want to make it relatively accurate to historical, to the park and to Carpinteria. So I just started reading and writing the story. Åsa Olsen, that directs the Plaza Playhouse Theater, edited.
Excuse me. Åsa did what?
I wrote the stories, and then she edited them for the actors to bring the stories to life. And then the actors did their wonderful job tonight.
The actors are from where?
They're from the Plaza Playhouse Theater in Carpinteria.
That's cool. Thank you. So, what part were you playing in the show?
I played Francisco Badillo.
So, was he a real character?
He was a real character from 1854. He was a local cattle ranch hand, but he was lynched for wrestling cattle and sheep.
Huh. What was it like hanging out in the ice? Were you in the sand dune there?
I was in the sand dunes. My spirit is stuck above ground, and I was having my evening nightmare. So,
how did it feel like waiting for the crowd to come up on you?
Well, it's funny because where I am, I can just peek and I can see a flashlight, and then I see 1, 2, and then I see about 30 of them, and then my stomach starts to do weird stuff, and but no, it's fun. I love this. This is fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah. Hey.
So,
Great.
Hey, that was very cool.
Yeah, we love it.
How is the audience reacting?
Love it. They're just listening to the actual historical events and get a little more information in Carpinteria, just like we have done ourselves. And we enjoy it, they enjoy it, and we hope this is an annual. Yes.
How did you feel waiting in the bushes for us to arrive?
Well, you know what? I was meandering up towards the railroad tracks, and I thought, what if I get run over? No, this is not good. So I went back to my tree and hung there.
I was worried that one of the tourists might give one of the actors a hard time, thinking, "Oh,
no one saw me. People walked as close as a few feet and didn't even see me. I was just completely still behind the tree. What if they had turned their face? That would have been terrible.
Well, was there a police officer on the tour or somebody in uniform?
The state park ranger, yeah.
In addition to Leanne?
Well, sometimes we have had an extra with us, yeah.
What did you say, Judy?
Yes, there was a policeman. He came up.
He just kind of, to make sure we're all okay, I guess?
Kind of bring up the rear and
That's
make sure everybody's safe.
That's a good thing, to keep everybody safe, especially on a Saturday night. There's so much going on.
Well, I hope you do it again.
We hope we can do it again. We would love to do it again. It's been a very good experience for us. And to working with the state park, we've always been wanting to be part of that also. But there's part of Carpinteria, and we're in the other part of Carpinteria. So.
Could you come into the light a little more?
I don't.
There you are. So what else does the Plaza Playhouse Theater do?
Well, right now we have, tonight is a Rocky Horror Picture Show at the theater. Tomorrow we have, for kids, what's it called? What's the movie we're doing tomorrow? Monsters, Inc. Yes, I'm going to bring my grandson there. And then we have a play coming up, Private Wars, about 3 guys in a military hospital. It's very funny and very touching. And then, of course, we're bringing our Christmas Carol up again, end of November, beginning of December, with tons of people from Carpinteria, Santa Barbara, and Ventura. Yes.
And I'm in the improv class that John does. I'm really enjoying that.
That's so great that you are. Most of the people here in this Ghost Walk are from the theater class also, so they are the students that are actually taking a step into the more acting capability. So it's very exciting.
Do you want to say any last words like trick or treat or boo?
No, I would say